I started out by drawing and sketching out a diagram to scale that I wanted to use. Then I just used some regular tracing paper and I traced the outline. I didn't do all the details as it's not needed at this moment. After that, I cut it out and I used some regular Scotch tape and I taped it down onto some aluminum sheeting. You can pick up aluminum sheeting at your local hardware store. If you're in Canada, head on over to Canadian Tire. It'll be in the automotive section with all the car repair stuff. Then using an X-Acto knife, I scored it. And to cut it out, I just used some heavy-duty metal shears. Please be careful. You can get cut, you can get nicked, and try for there not to be any bloodshed, please. So yeah, to cut the 3 inner triangles out, make an incision using an X-Acto knife, just enough so that you can insert the tip of the shears and try to cut out as much as possible. Now using the pliers that I have, I just folded the jagged ends inward. Do this on all 3 of the triangles that are there. You should have a pretty smooth, neat looking edge. We will be working on this. Now flip it over. Using the same set of shears, I cut off as much as I could, trying to keep it as flush to the base as possible. Now once that's done, I have this metal tool lying around the house. I think it's from a hole punch, but I'm using the back flat end to fold and tamper down so that I have a flush, neat, straight edge. And it doesn't look like I had a bit too much to drink while I was doing this. So yeah. Once this is done, it's really smooth. You can run your fingers along it. You won't get cut. You shouldn't get cut, actually, if you've done it correct. So yeah, just going to fold the edges up using a set of pliers. Now, do this in small increments because it will get wavy. Now, as you can see, the edges are not that neat and straight here. So just pull out a piece of scrap wood. I'm using some fiber wood. You can also use the edge of your coffee table, but you are going to mess up your coffee table by doing this. And then just use either a hammer or the same type of tool that I have and just batter at the edges. Once you're done, just run it along. This will give you a straight, neat edge. It looks a lot cleaner and is much nicer. Be careful again, as if you overwork it, depending on the gauge of your sheeting, you can tear through. Now I wanted to texturize the center, so I'm just going to use some scrap fabric and just batter at the center. You can use a screwdriver or whatever it is, just be careful. Don't do it flush on a table, you will dent your table. I pulled out some scrap glass that I had in my scrap pile, traced out the triangle, started scoring it and everything, and that is when my stupid brain didn't register while I was scoring it, and this happened. Yeah. So whatever glass you're using, make sure it's regular glass and not high intensity tempered glass, like for windshields or window panes on high-rise buildings. Having lost my patience with the glass, I decided to go back into the scrap pile and went through what my options were. Acrylic, plexiglass, polycarbonate, corrugated plastic sheeting. So I opted for some flexible plexiglass. Same thing. Scored it, drew it out, snapped it, not necessarily in that order. But yeah, once that was done, I peeled off the plastic as well and ran a blowtorch lighter along the edges just to smooth it out. I then also just took some cardstock, cut it out to the inside, and placed my sheet of plexiglass on top of it. Once that's done, I decided to fold the edges over to hold the plexiglass and the cardstock in place. I cut out a 2-inch wide strip, the entire length of the roll, using my pair of shears, and then wrapped it around the triangle so that I could know where the points are and I could bend them using pliers. There will be a lot that is left over and excess. This also depends on the size of the light you're making. Mine is 14 centimeters. I then just glued everything together using 5-minute epoxy and some clamps. I forgot to hit record on this part, sorry. So yeah, once this was done, it took about 7 minutes. You can also fill the insides with epoxy glue, but it's pretty sturdy already. All you need to do now is adjust your LED lights to your liking, whether you're using individual ones, a strip light, or whatever. Just do it and that's it. That's really just it. It's that easy. It's really simple. And I hope you guys liked it. So yeah, that's just it with the room lights on. And we're done. So that's the little guy that I just made. It's really easy, it's simple, it's not expensive at all. I have 2 really strong lights on right now, so you can't really see it. But you could also just use regular LED lights, like the tea lights, the flickering ones, and put them inside. or run a strip of LED. Do not use an actual tea light candle because I'm worried that your house is gonna burn down. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. It's really easy. It's simple. All in all, it took me about, I'd say, 2 hours while I was, well, eating food and trying to get stuff back that my cat kind of stole. So yeah, hope you all liked it. Really easy, super simple, and you can easily customize it. You can paint over it. Yeah, you can touch it up with gold gilding or wax gilding. You can even spray paint it. Double check whether you're going to need a primer or not with the type of spray paint you're using. And yeah, that's just it. Enjoy. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.